In the NBA, the game can change in an instant, but no matter how the action unfolds, you know DraftKings Sportsbook has your back. This week, new customers can score 150 instantly in bonus bets just for betting $5 on basketball. Win or lose, you get an instant dub.
Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code Jenkins, Jenkins. Jenkins. New customers can get 150 instantly in bonus bets for betting just $5 on basketball. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook with code Jenkins. The crown is yours. Welcome to Jenkins and Jonez on the Volume Podcast Network. It is Saturday, December 9th. Woo, woo! We got the NBA in-season tournament championship, the NBA Cup championship in Las Vegas tonight, and we are running through the semifinals and previewing the championship game. Normally on Saturdays we have our interview episodes, but all four of us have been so excited about the in-season tournament. We just want to talk about the semis and preview the championship for you guys, so that's what we're doing. As always, Jenkins and Jonez, hosted by Dragonfly Jones, aka Tyler.
With everybody on the good.
LeJethro Jenkins, aka John.
What's that, Bubbles?
I'm Gardy B, aka Mike.
Mother
fucking Mike. Why'd you say it like that, Tyler? There wasn't no energy.
Motherfucking Mike. I tried to go Quiet Storm a little bit.
Okay.
Motherfucking Mike.
He was zagging where you were zigging.
Let me relax. I'm
Motherfucking Mike.
Produced by the lovely and talented Jackson Saffron.
What's up? What's up?
I feel like this shit is already off the, what I'm saying?
And a quick reminder that you can see all of my co-hosts' lovely faces at youtube.com/@JenkinsandJones. Every episode, full episode, clips. Who wouldn't want to just stare at John and Tyler all day long? Come on.
Shut up, brother.
We're trying to
make me blush.
We're trying to get to 5,000 subscribers by the end of the year.
By the end of the year?
That's light work. What
are we at right now?
We got right now?
We're at like 1,200, 1,300.
Oh, hell yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, we in there. Come on now.
Run it up for us.
We just need our listeners to subscribe to that shit. That's
Jackson, what are you going to do? This is what they do on podcasts. What
am I going to do?
What are you going to do?
Like
what funny thing are you going to do if we get to 5,000 subscribers?
That's a good question. I'll think of something.
Well, how about this? Can I pitch the episode?
You can pitch it.
Can I pitch the episode that we've talked about doing? The special episode we talked about doing?
What is this? Is it a food episode?
Which
one? The idea that Radha had. That I
also
Can I talk about that?
Hell yeah. Why not?
Pitch it. Put the pressure on.
Get us to 5,000 subscribers so that you can get the Jenkins and Jones, the wives of Jenkins and Jones mailbag. Answering questions and talking shit about us. All right?
Is it just them or is it us and them?
No, we I don't want to be. No, we get the night off.
Oh, okay.
That's what I thought it was.
I think Radha wanted it to be all six of us, but hey, I love that.
It's like no,
the three of us are gonna go hang out.
Good luck. You think it's just play? Do this podcast. Hey, create a podcast and see. You know what I'm saying?
It's a night off, man.
5,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Let's do it.
I'll say this. Genuinely, all three wives are hilarious as fuck. Tyler and John's wives are hilarious as fuck. My wife is super funny too. Like, and Shar will give you the unvarnished truth. All y'all need to do is send a mailbag questions about the fucking Jenkins and Jones group chat, and I promise you they will all have something to say about that.
I'm a little scared, but fuck it. It's worth it for a night.
5,000 YouTube subscribers. Jenkins and Jones. YouTube.com/@Jenkins and Jones. Let's talk about the NBA in-season tournament. The Pacers beat the Bucks. Jackson, you are the only one of the four of us who predicted a Pacers win. How did that happen?
It happened because Tyrese Haliburton is unstoppable. I saw some people tweeting about this, and I think I am one of the biggest Steph Curry fans in the whole world. I think it's entirely reasonable to have a conversation right now. Is Tyrese Haliburton the best point guard in the NBA?
Wow.
I think that is. I've seen people talking about it on Twitter. I'm not ready to say it like it's
no.
Locked,
I get it.
The conversation is a reasonable one. I saw JJ Redick on his pod listing some stats about Haliburton, about things that he's doing that people have not done like ever or in 50 years. 25 point per game, 10 assists per game. No, like with low
50, 40, 90.
It's the zero turnover streak that's craziest to me.
Harden has done some of these like 25 point, 15 assist games, many of them, but those usually came with like 5-6 turnovers. Not a slight on Harden. Harden was amazing in his prime, but Haliburton is doing stuff with the efficiency of the shooting, with the lack of turnovers, it's insane what he's doing. And he's rising up, and I love that he did it in the big. I love how he's embracing the in-season tournament, rising up in the big moments. The celebration against Dame, he's like a little bit of a corny guy, but I love it. I love it.
That gave me chills, bro. I love a nigga dropping his nuts in a moment like that, especially a young buck. Go ahead, Tyler.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, you know, if we're gonna have the discussion about, you know, if he's the best point guard in the league right now, it's kind of a discussion on, you know, the point guard position is the position that I think has evolved the most in kind of like the basketball revolution that we've had or lately, right? But I mean, if you look at just a guy who can score and facilitate, like, bro, who's better? You know what I mean? Like I mean, there's only been like 2 players who had, you know, 2 streak games where they had, you know, 50 total points and 25 total assists and 0 turnovers. And it's Haliburton this season and Haliburton last season, right? Like the shit that he is doing where he is just taking care of the ball in such a great way. 0 turnovers, you know, getting buckets, facilitating, getting dimes. I mean, I don't think there's anyone better in the league as far as like, you know, assist to turnover ratio, guy who can, you know, get his teammates going, you know, drop dimes off and not turn the ball over.
Yeah, I mean, he's got in the win over the Bucks, he had 27 points on 11 and 19 shooting. He had 15 assists and 0 turnovers.
Ridiculous.
He drops 27 in the most unselfish way possible. Like a 30 ball, it still feels like he's a shoot, like he's a pass first point guard getting 27 and 30 points. It makes no sense. Like is there an analytic that gauges like hockey assists? Like, you know, it seems like everything offensively that is good goes through Haliburton. He has something to do with it. You feel me? Like, he makes the right pass that goes into the right pass. You know, he's always looking to pass the ball, and he's still getting buckets. He can shoot the ball. That floater is a killer, bro. You know what I mean? Good at the rim. That little dipsy do he did at the end of the game, nasty. And then he hits the big shot. He's a fucking dog. Hits the big shot, points at his shit, dragging his nuts. I love it, bro. You know what I mean? Like, dude, like, he gonna have me watching the Pacers, and you know how much I don't fuck with Indiana, nigga. You know what I mean? But no, I'm just playing off for real. Dead serious. He gonna have me watching the Pacers. He's must-see TV for a team that's 8 in the East. Incredible. He's incredible, G.
It's a little Peyton Manning-y to me, where it's like, who are his teammates? Like, they're Miles Turner, Ben Mathurin.
Miles Turner can play.
No, Miles Turner's good.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they're not good, but they're not all-stars.
You're not expecting them to beat the Bucks in a leveraged game. Yeah.
He's doing it like Peyton Manning's throwing to who knows the fuck. I mean, besides Marvin Harris or whatever.
I was about to say. I mean, Peyton Manning has
once those guys
Hall of Fame teammates.
Maybe Tom Brady's a better example.
Okay, all right.
But like he's orchestrating the league's best offense with 0 all-star teammates. It's crazy. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah, he's different.
He also did the Dame time celebration, and Dame was he was a little bit. I'm a big Dame respecter. Okay, put me at the top of the list of Dame respecters.
We respect Dame Lillard in this house.
But I hated to see the be a little more humble. You never know. Enjoy your moment, but you never know when it's gonna end. I hated to see that from Dame, bro.
I mean, you know, how old is Haliburton? 23, 24?
23.
Right. 23? Bro, like I get what Dame is saying, but the day when the rabbit is gonna have the gun on Haliburton is like another 10 years. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, that is strictly a 31-year-old, you know what I'm saying, who realizes that, you know, he might not be that guy that he was when he was 25, 26 talking right there. But, you know, I loved it, man. But you know, I think Dame, you know, he kind of took it on the chin. He's like, yeah, you know, I talk my shit all the time with that celebration. The game comes around, but he was like, you know, be humble. That's when you kind of saw the salt seep in a little bit, right? Like a little slow simmer salt.
It was just a little reverse sear, Tyler.
Yeah,
Just a little crust. Just a little crust.
Yeah, a little reverse sear right there.
You can't do that celebration and be humble. Like, there's no way to do that. Like, it's my time. You know, you just won a game. Yeah, you just hit like something that sealed a game. Like, it sealed the game, right? You know what I'm saying? Or game winner, whenever he does it. You feel me? And you're dragging your nuts. There's no humbly dragging your nuts across a team's face. You feel me? So, like, I don't know what he means by be humble. Like, the kid's 23, had a great fucking game. You don't want him to celebrate. Win the game, bro. Y'all were the better team. You feel me? And
you're the Bucks.
Yeah, Dame was cooking. You know what I mean? So yeah, bro. I don't, nigga. Like, okay, get your get back, bro. Win the chip.
Yeah,
they play on Wednesday. The rematch is Wednesday. Must see TV.
It ain't for $500K though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, but this is what
bragging rights, though.
But yes, this is the value of the in-season tournament. You have a game like this where these dudes are talking shit. We talked last episode about how Tyrese Haliburton gets to arrive earlier to not just hardcore basketball fans, but to people who are, more casual basketball fans who are watching this game, who are listening to a superstar be annoyed at Tyrese Haliburton for doing his celebration, and then ESPN gets to say they're playing on Wednesday. Right. You have a reason to care about a basketball game that's taking place on December 13th.
Between
between Indiana and Milwaukee, the battle of the Midwest, right?
The
Big
battle
Ten football country.
The battle for where is John least likely to take his family on vacation.
Tenderloins versus cheese. Who wins this one?
We also got,
Milwaukee black as hell, though, ain't it?
Yeah, Milwaukee black
It's,
as fuck.
it's definitely Milwaukee.
But also the most segregated city. Is it not the most segregated city still in America?
I don't care about that side. I live in St. Louis, nigga. You
No,
know what I'm saying?
yeah, for sure.
Very segregated, too.
No, it's just interesting because if you say Milwaukee, I'm still never obviously thinking about it being a black city.
Yeah.
That's not the
you
brand.
It's predominantly black,
you
though,
ain't hit
ain't
the
it?
cuckoo cow then, dog. My projects. You know what I'm saying? Cuckoo cow was the one who made me realize like Milwaukee might be different like years ago, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I got a bunch of homies from Milwaukee, too. They black as hell. So, and then also, isn't it like more than 50% black, though?
It's about
predominantly
50%,
black.
yeah.
Yeah, somewhere around there. It's close, so.
But y'all would agree if you hear someone say Milwaukee and someone say Detroit, the brands of the city are very of the cities are very different.
For sure.
Like you said, like it's like
Detroit
Tyler
is
said,
super black, like
80%
black.
Yeah.
but if you say Milwaukee, I think of cheese. When I think of cheese, I don't think of black people. I think of cows and white farmers.
But the people that I know from Milwaukee are black, so maybe that's why I feel. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course, for sure. No, I mean that makes sense. Obviously, I remember. Isn't Tyler Hero from Milwaukee?
Mm-hmm. I told you that explains it. When
he ain't black, but he a nigga. He ain't black. He ain't black.
That checks out.
I'm gonna tell you the exact moment where I googled where this kid was from. Like I was I knew he played in Kentucky and shit. But I'm gonna tell you the exact moment I googled and I was like, where is this dude from? Because he's a different brand of white guy. He went to a post-game presser. He went to a post-game presser in the playoffs, and he wore the maroon throwback Phillies fitted, classic fitted, right? And he wore it because it matched his fit. And I was like, hold up.
He wasn't a Phillies fan.
Right?
Okay,
this is not a Phillies fan. This is a dude who's wearing a fitted to match his outfit.
To be cute.
I was like, this is a different type of white dude. And seeing that he was from like the Milwaukee area, I think he's from like a suburb from Milwaukee. But seeing he's from the Milwaukee area was like, okay, it all makes sense now.
Right. He's not asking Tyler if he's a Yankees fan right now.
Right.
He
knows
played,
the game.
even if he's in a suburb, he played AAU in a city that's
course.
almost black. So most of his homies was, didn't look like him. You feel me? The math adds up.
When Tyler said he's a different brand of white, we spent more time in the group chat classifying different types of white people than than usually makes its way onto the pod. We gotta find a way to bring that to the pod. All right, we're some regular anthropologists in the group chat. I mean, it's like we can submit the group chat for a PhD dissertation. I'm telling you.
Jackson is a fan. Jackson might not be a fan. Though.
Jackson's got that look in his eye that says I should keep going.
I think it's perfect for the group chat. I think that is a group chat conversation. That's what I think that is.
I hope Jackson never realizes that when he makes that "please stop talking about this" face, it is the biggest green light. That's the Tyrese Haliburton green light to me. Like, don't change topics.
You got that pass right on the seams. You never felt that shooting pocket more pure.
Dropped it in the pocket.
I know what that's like. Trust me.
All right. Oh, jeez. Pardon me. Pardon me, Mr. Buckets.
No, he sent me a video of his jumper. It's nice. It's nice.
Okay.
It's very Steve Nash-like.
Are we still playing horse?
Well, we're going to play horse. We're going to play horse. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I mean, he had like 6 jumpers in a row. I tell you, like, hey, man, that's great. I mean, who decides you make it is your brain under pressure. It ain't your shooting form. You know what I mean?
Right.
But the shooting form itself was beautiful. You know what I mean?
Okay. All right. Let's talk about, NBA fans in true postseason fashion really felt like the referees were really rigging it for the Lakers to make sure that they got through to the championship. And the refs did it again in the Lakers-Pelicans game. They served the Lakers up a 40-point victory.
Jesus Christ.
Can't believe that the NBA officials did this to us yet again.
40 fucking points. That bro, like, I know we just can't overreact to a one regular season game, right? I completely understand that. But also with this in-season tournament, like, there's an understanding here that we are playing playoff basketball. right? That everyone is getting up and playing their best basketball for this, right?
Rotations are a little shorter for some teams, even.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly, right? And it feels like the Pelicans are one of those teams who we're like, when are they ever going to figure it out? You know, they're behind schedule, and you know, a big part of them being behind schedule is, you know, the injury history they've had, granted. But it feels like that's always been a question with these Pelicans. When are they going to put it together? When are they going to, you know, make all the pieces come together and actually be a contender? And the shit we saw last night, bro, like,
did they even care?
Right?
Did they?
Like that's the whole thing. There was just no effort there. Like, I don't know, man. I just don't, like I said, I don't want to overreact to, even though it is a high stakes, you know, playoff atmosphere type basketball game, it is still a game in December. I don't want to overreact too much, but it's not just a one-off. This is some shit that this is a question we've had about this team for years. And it feels like last night just showed us all the questions that we have for them that they need to answer. You know what I mean? That they need to address.
It basically stamped what CJ said at the end of last season. You know, guys just don't seem like they care enough. You feel me? Like, dude,
Right.
Zion, did you even try? I mean, I'm looking at him like, bro, like you might as well not even be on the court. You're Zion Williamson, though, bro. You're damn near guaranteed 25 off 65% shooting. I think he has 2 double-doubles the entire year? Zion Williamson? Nigga, like, what's going on, bro? Like, I'm like, what's going, like, yeah, so basically what CJ said, I get it, man. Like, these dudes look like they just didn't care. And it's not, I mean, one thing getting beat, but like just looking like it doesn't matter to you.
They scored 17. They were outscored 43-17 in the third quarter. Lakers took their starters out. They were outscored 23-18 in the fourth quarter. Woof. You scored. I mean, it was a game at halftime. They scored 35 points in the second half. Like,
Bron started letting
Zion
that
and
motherfucker
B.I.
fly,
hit the
though.
roulette table straight out of the locker room, bro. Like, it's ugly. But all that being said, the Pelicans could have been their best versions of themselves, and I think all it would have done would have been to, I mean, help drive LeBron's stats up. First of all, because he only played 23 minutes, he had 30 points, he had 5 rebounds, he had 8 assists. It was the first 35-5 game in 23 minutes or fewer in the history of the NBA.
Off of like, what, 12 shots, something like that?
Yeah.
What,
He was
I mean,
9
9 of 12.
crazy.
He was 4 of 4 from 3.
He shot that one from
Shoosh.
woo, when he
Bro,
pulled up for that, bro, I was
the
like,
picture of that shit. Have y'all seen a photo of that shit? Oh
I haven't
my
seen the
God,
photo.
it's dark, dude.
is there even a player within range of him? Like, he seemed like he was on an island. It was so deep.
Yeah.
Crazy.
But, you know, Tyler was getting emotional about it. I was emotional about it last night. It's crazy, bro. Like, if you consider him with the best athletes in any sport of his generation, he is older than Michael Phelps. He is older than Usain Bolt. He's 1 year younger than Serena Williams. These athletes have been retired. Michael Phelps, the greatest Olympian ever, he retired half a decade ago. And LeBron James is putting up 35 and 8 in 20 fucking minutes in the NBA with a lethal deep shot that is better this year. Like, I just don't know how you try and put it into words. I think we're all over trying to convince anyone who's not a believer at this point. But you just feel bad for people who are not able to appreciate and enjoy what he's done for half our fucking lives at this point.
He's the 1 and the 2, dog.
Since 2003, dog. Rick Carlisle had a quote where he really put it in perspective, where he was like, we never seen anything like him. He said, you look in the record books, he's there for the youngest guy to do this, and then you look at the record books now, he's there as the oldest guy who's doing these things, right? Like, it's just a singular fucking talent. Never seen anything like him. And I was like, bro, last night, the game he turns 39 in like fucking 20 days. Mm-hmm. The game should not be that fucking easy for a 39-year-old dude. Like, when that fucking play, when he was like 1 foot outside of the corner 3-point line and threw a fucking lob to AD over his shoulder.
Crazy.
Yeah.
With a defender on him. Like, bro, like, never seen anything like him. And I'm with you, Mike. Like, I feel like this, like, wherever you were at with Bron in 2016 after those finals is probably where you still are. Right? Like, when I saw those finals, I was like, there is no basketball player in my life who could have done what Bron did. He's the best I've ever seen, right? But it's just like, you know, he's just adding more to the resume now. And he's not someone that I take for granted. not someone that any of us should take for granted. He's fucking 39 years old, and he's looking like a top 5 player this season so far.
Bro, like I'm saying, bro, like I said earlier, Michael Jordan's third best. Bron's 1 and 2, baby. I'm not arguing with nobody. It's just pointless at this at this age, the way he's doing what he's doing. It's like you said, after 2016 and after what we've seen as of late, and you want me to argue with you about his greatness, there's nothing I can say that he hasn't done that will be able to prove that to you. You know what I mean? Crazy.
He's also so savvy in the way that he considers narratives and everything. I've seen a lot of people make the comment, and I think it's probably true, that he's been talking about this $500,000 because he really wants to win the first one. In case this is 40 years from now, his grandkids are like, Pop LeBron won the first one, right? In case this becomes a big part of NBA history, he competitively really wants to win the first one. Mm-hmm. But he knew that it would be corny. It would be perceived as corny for him to come out and be super competitive about it before everyone else was locked in on it. So he's making jokes about the $500,000. Last night, he actually started, I feel like, being a little bit honest and talking about, hey, I'm in a Final Four. I'm in a turn, like you. But I really think, like, in the post game, the immediate post game, they asked him about it's a championship type feel, and he downplayed it. Right? He's like, it's it's still December. Like, this isn't really what we're here for. But I think that's all in his head. I do think he's thinking about this as I want to be the MVP of the first ever in-season tournament. I want, if they're showing the highlights of this tournament 100 years from now, I want to be the first clip in that shit. As the
lifting the Gary O'Brien, right?
Lifting the Gary O'Brien.
For sure.
I don't think he has to be cool about it, though. I mean, like, Steph was celebrating, week 2? When it first started? I don't think he had to be cool about it. I think, he could have leaned in. You know what I mean? But I see exactly what you're saying.
Braun thinks he's cooler than Steph, though. Would you agree with that?
I mean, I would say he is.
I think he is, but I think I think he definitely thinks he is too, though.
Yeah. I just like to see. I like how Steph was celebrating up front. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I love seeing that a dude that's been a Finals MVP, won hella chips, and is celebrating about the end season. That makes it fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I agree. And you can see how locked in all the vets were.
For sure. Yeah. So you didn't have to play it cool, man. We wouldn't have judged you. Get that motherfucking chip and rub it in their face. Fuck.
All right. Let's take a look at the championship game. Lakers, Pacers, 5:30 p.m. West Coast. Sorry, 8:30 p.m. East Coast. I know we're supposed to pretend everyone lives on the East Coast when we do times. Lakers are favored by 3.5 with an over-under at 240.5, which tells you that Vegas, which is where the game is taking place, thinks that the game will be played at the Pacers pace. How do you guys think this game is going to shake out, and who do you think will win?
I hate to doubt Haliburton again because he's for sure been the star of this tournament, but I think I got the Lakers here, right? I think that like I said, the analogy that I had is like Haliburton is having like his Davidson Steph moment, but now you're running into like the Kentuckys and the Dukes and the Carolinas here. You know what I mean? Right? Yeah, you're running into some blue bloods here. So yeah, I think that the Lakers take this here.
I mean, it's hard for me not to take Bron in a single game. You know what I mean? Like a healthy Bron in a single game, it's hard for me to bet against Bron. So I'm going to say the Lakers, but I mean, there's no telling with Tyrese, and that's how good he is, where, I'm questioning it with the Pacers playing the Lakers because that's how good Tyrese is.
Right.
So, yeah.
I'm going to ride with y'all and say the Lakers, too. I think as good as Haliburton has been, this is actually really exciting because I think the Pacers obviously one of the best offenses in the league. The Lakers have been the best defense in the league since Vandy came back. They're number one in like basically every advanced defensive analytics since they've been playing with their full lineup. And, you can make the argument about whether the head coach and the guy running that defense is Darvin Ham or LeBron James. But either way, it's been a very, very good defense. I'm excited to see what they do with Haliburton. Maybe they can force him into at least one turnover.
I doubt it.
Shoot for the stars, kids.
You could tell he comes from basketball lineage, the way he plays the game. It's just he so effortlessly makes the right decision. It's like it just comes natural. He's not thinking at all out there. He's just playing basketball. Beautiful. I'll enjoy I'll enjoy watching Haliburton regardless. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean,
but I don't think they can pull it off.
This is what they wanted with the in-season tournament. You want great stories, right? That's what draws new fans in, storylines. So we either get a great story where, the 39-year-old still got it, or this up-and-coming kid is like coming for his, right? So either way, it's a win-win there.
Would you rather the Bucks versus the Lakers? I think I like this. I like you think.
Yeah.
Okay, you rather the Bucks?
I would
like
rather
Tyrese.
the Bucks, bro.
Okay, I like Tyrese going against the Lakers. I think it's more fun to me, man.
I'm we obviously watch a lot of basketball, both just because we like to, but also for the pod and everything. But like at my heart, I'm a casual '90s kid basketball fan. Like, yes, I want to see Bron and AD versus Giannis and Dame on national TV.
Godzilla versus King
Kong, I want Godzilla, King Kong. I want Freddy versus Jason. Like I want whatever the biggest name. So as a basketball fan, like I've really been enjoying Tyrese Haliburton. I'm excited for the game for sure. But yeah, man. I mean, Bron Giannis on the graphic on a Saturday night. Tyrese. Everyone's watching the game. Like that hits a little different, bro.
Tyrese Brown on the graphic ain't gonna do as much, but like Tyler said, Steph and Davidson, that drew us in, and this is the same feeling. You know what I mean? Right. I'd rather watch that in a one-game tourney. I would rather Milwaukee versus the Lakers in a chip.
Okay.
If I'm talking about good basketball, because it's 7 games. It's serious, you know what I mean? But
for sure.
a single game, anybody can win, bro. Let's see what happens.
I think that Davidson comparison hits for me as well for this, because it's like there's a little bit of an unknown with it, because Giannis and Dame can come up big in the biggest moments. You're sort of like, how far can Haliburton go? Like, how can he keep doing this against these guys, against the fucking Monstars? Like, it's like a little bit like this, like weird.
I didn't think he'd do it against the Bucks. I mean, none of us. Jackson's the only one who thought he was going to do it against the Bucks. So,
right.
Okay, so what's your prediction, Jackson? All three of us got the Lakers.
I picked the Lakers over the Pacers the other day in our pod. I still stand by that, but I'm locked in though for sure.
Okay.
I mean, but and bro, if Haliburton's coming out moment is going through Boston, Milwaukee, and the Lakers, goddamn, like what a
gotta love it.
That kid's story, right?
Gotta love it. Yeah.
I saw, as evidence of how broken online sports narratives are, I saw someone say that he's a plant.
Oh my God!
I was like, you can't be a plant in the NBA. You think Dame let him beat him because the NBA put the call in? Like, we need a superstar in Indiana. Like,
if anybody on the planet, if 2 players on the planet are not going to allow themselves to be beat, it's Dame and fucking Giannis.
Right.
They're the most honorable. Not, you know what I'm saying? Not letting anything off type players. Yeah. So yeah, come on now. That's ridiculous.
What do y'all think of Bobby Portis trying to lead an uprising against the new Bucks coach in the postgame? Did you hear that?
No, I didn't.
He like stood up and was challenging him, like, "You've got to be better. We've got to be better." But it was apparently Bobby Portis that like was
I didn't see that
trying to say it's inexcusable. Like, bro, there's a line in every locker room of people who get to make those speeches, and Bobby Portis can't be higher than 5th on the Bucks roster, right?
I did see that post game from Giannis where he was like, you can point hands at coaches or whatever, but it's on the players. We're the ones out there. We're the ones who have to make it happen, right?
So, I think he said that in response to that.
Yeah, and it's no secret that Adrian is Giannis's guy, right? Like that's who Giannis wanted, So, yeah.
Interesting.
So when did Bobby Portis say this shit? Well, he was on the bench in game. Okay.
Yeah, no, in the locker room after the game, I believe.
Standing in front of everybody.
Giannis was like, nobody want to hear that shit.
Giving the post game, right?
Basically, in the nicest possible way. Shut the fuck up, Bobby.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody gonna say none of that. Maybe that's why he can get it off, because he's broke a man's whole face before. we ain't gonna listen, but we ain't gonna tell him to shut the fuck up either. You feel me? Yeah. There's a line there that we can't cross when it comes to that. You feel me? There's multiple lines going on, but anyway.
Yeah, 100%. Well, before we get out of here, we do not talk about baseball as a rule on this pod, but I just have to say, Shohei Ohtani is ruining my fucking life, and I would like him to just announce that he's a Dodger, because all of the watching baseball media try to be NBA media about free agency has been so ugly. They're fumbling it so badly. My friend Ryan did make the point that at least with baseball, this only happens with superstars, whereas like shit show free agencies in the NBA happen for DeAndre fucking Jordan. You know what I mean? So like,
Is it
I
not
don't
fun
know.
at being kind of a? I mean, well, not for you, but if you weren't an Ohtani, if you didn't have like
a vested interest in it. I
a
love
vested
drama
interest,
like this.
I think it would seem fun with everybody going back and forth.
Everyone
It's
else
like-
is having a blast, bro.
Yeah, yeah,
absolutely. I am not. Dodgers fans are not having fun. Blue Jays fans are not having fun. I guess Braves fans are enjoying laughing at everyone now that it sounds like he's not going to the Braves, but
What would be his interest in the Blue Jays? Are they a good squad?
no one really knows the answer to that question, John, because he and his camp are literally not saying anything, and they're threatening to punish any teams that leak anything about them. So, like, I don't know. I mean, there are literally people
Y'all might have
saying,
ruined your chances with old boy.
with our
It
head
might be
coach
over.
acknowledging that he met with him. Like, I don't know, man. It's just a weird situation. You also have baseball media people, like I think it was Buster Olney wrote a column like, he's doing the sport a disservice by being so close-mouthed about his about his free agency. Like, there's media people who are really angry. They want it to be more of an NBA type circus. And today we're recording this on Friday. Today this was very much an NBA type circus for the entire day. You literally had like some of the top baseball reporters in the country like reporting contrary to each other. He's flying to Toronto to sign with the Blue Jays tonight. They're holding a press conference at 6. Someone reported that. And then someone else reported he is at home in Southern California. He is not on an airplane. He has not made a decision. Like, can you imagine Woj and Shams like disagreeing about where Giannis or Braun were? Like, it's crazy, bro. It's been total fucking chaos.
To say somebody is signing and doing a press conference at 6, and it is what
6:12 West Coast time.
West Coast time. You were so fucking wrong, so publicly. You know what I mean? Sheesh.
I'm telling you,
I
bro.
don't
The name of the dog. That's the key there. The whole shit that he has named his dog, and that's the team he's going to, and people kept it a secret. You ain't gonna name a dog Blue Jay, bro. That is not a dog name. What the fuck is that? Like, Dodger is a dog name, though. You know.
So, but it being a dog name means that he might not be choosing that team because it's just a dog name. It might have nothing to do with the team he's choosing. It's just a dog name. Just
no
like
one,
a dog
no
named
one, no one
Dodger.
names their dog after teams they don't love or players they don't love. You know what I'm saying? Like
He's
like
he's
Chels, the homie Chels, the homie Chels, our cousin Chels has a
Yes.
beagle. She named it Dallas because she's a Cowboys fan.
Right.
You know,
She wouldn't
So-
name that shit Philly.
You right? She wouldn't name it Philly or New
But
York
Dallas
or
is
Washington.
She
a
won't even
dog
eat a
name.
Philly cheesesteak.
Dallas ain't a dog name. Dallas is the name of her team. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think
that's
like
what-
you said, Dodger's a dog name.
No, it's Dodger
that's not-
because he's a Japanese baseball player who's a student of the history of the game. There's a very long-standing connection between the Dodgers and Japanese baseball. The Dodgers were a big part of growing the sport in Japan. Their head coach is half Japanese. Like, they've had all these great Japanese players. You know what I mean? Like,
But it's also a dog name.
fuck, John.
No, but
This
no,
has been
no.
my whole day. This has been my entire day. Well, maybe someone else gave him the
bro,
dog.
you-
Well, maybe
bro,
he adopted the dog and just
The way
didn't change
the
its
facts
name.
just rolled out of your mouth because they've been in your brain the entire day. Bro, you've been talking yourself into this all day, and I hope you're right.
It's
I hope
very
you're right.
similar. I've been
And
talking
I'm just
myself
talking
into this
shit, bro,
for
obviously.
2 years.
Yeah,
I've
bro,
been
you were
talking
so
myself
excited
into
all
this.
year. You would just talk about him coming to LA like on some like,
Yes.
like it was a given. You feel me? Like
I'm not going to throw sources out there, but it has been made very clear to me by a number of people for a very long time that the dude was coming to the Dodgers. And like the Dodgers
was the
have
Blue Jays? Like they got more bread. They can't have more bread.
We really don't. They don't have more. No, people. We really don't know, John. Like, it literally might be that he does not like being in America. Like that. You know what I mean? That might literally be the answer to the question. Tyler's like, I can't fault him.
Bro, I'm seeing the same thing. Sound like a real nigga to me. You hear me?
I tweeted earlier today. He could choose. He could
Can
be one of
relate.
the. He could be a baseball icon. He could be one of the greatest players in the history of the sport, or he could be a fucking loser ass Canadian, bro. Like, it's
With
his decision.
$500 million. Hard to call that a losing situation, regardless.
Half
if
a
he's winning
billion
or losing
loonies.
games.
$500 million Queen's crowns, or whatever the fuck they call them in Canada.
No, I think they have to give him $500 million in American dollars, right? Because them Canadian.
I don't know how shit works in Canada.
I actually don't know
They
how
don't-
professional sport contracts work. For
Hey,
players who live in
they'd have to
Canada.
give me 700 of them things in Canadian dollars. Nigga.
Bro, I remember there was a discussion. I remember there was a discussion on Twitter, and we found out that like Canada doesn't have like single dollar bills, like they just have loonies, like the coins.
Yeah,
Coins,
and they were like, people go to the strip clubs in Canada and give the strippers coins, like it's fucking Mario Brothers or some shit. I have never heard of such.
But they have like $20 bills though. And shit, right?
Yes, they have like $5 bills, $10 bills, $20
But
bills.
the
They don't
equivalent
have
of throwing
single dollar
ones
bills.
Is you're
The-
flipping
yeah.
coins off the roll, like.
But bro, throw some paper, bro. That seems dangerous throwing coins in the road. Anyway, you know what I mean?
Oh shit! All right.
I'm getting Biko's dragging me for Mario Brothers.
Oh,
Mario Brothers, like
Tyler, I love that you say Mario Brothers. Don't ever say it any different than that.
I've
bro.
never met a fucking Mario to correct me for one. You know what I mean? Literally, the only two Marios I know are like fucking the video game dude and like the singer from Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? That's it,
Yes.
bro.
I told you I have like a half
Mar-
dozen friends who say Mario Brothers, and they're all black, and it to me is just a black thing, and I really respect that you say Mario Brothers. I don't know.
You the only dude I know to say Mario Brothers, bro. But it's all good. You know what I mean?
St. Louis is exclusively Mario Brothers.
No, they're a Mario Brothers.
Mario.
Mario Brothers.
Mario Brothers. You feel me?
You could imagine if you do a North Long Beach / Compton accent or East Side. You could imagine where Mario Brothers comes
Yeah.
in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right.
They got
That's
their
all
feet sitting like this when they say it. You feel me? Post it up, Mario Brothers, guys. Snoop
all the
put in a
time we got.
motherfucker.
We'll be back on Monday to talk the in-season tournament championship and everything else. We'll see y'all then. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye.